before I read histories by Herodotus, I was, I would say, aware of the Greco-Persian War. I had came across mentions of it in other texts that I had read, or maybe uh, there are also movies made that are stories from this war. 300 is one of those. But one thing that I had always missed or I didn't know about is, for me, it was so clear. It was the Persians coming to Greece and attacking the Greeks, and then the Greeks defending their homeland. It was that simple to me. But now reading histories by Herodotus, it becomes clear that this was a very complex war, very complex war. And indeed, it wasn't simply Persians coming and attacking Greeks, and Greeks defending themselves. In many instances, Persians were not interested in coming to Greece, or they were not interested in continuing the war with the Greeks. And during such times, it is some of the Greeks that went to the Persians and brought them in. It was like, to some extent, it seemed, in some instances, it seems like this was Greeks fighting Greeks, and then the Persians will be used as allies by some of the Greeks to fight other Greeks. And in many cases, the Persians would, no, the Greeks, some of the Greek families will use the Persians to acquire power or to defeat others who were going for the same power that they were looking to get. Now, here is an example of that. After Darius is dead, Xerxes comes to power. He's now the king. And Xerxes is not interested in going to Greece completely. He is not interested. He is more focused on going to Egypt. Egypt was more interesting to him. He wanted to put down a revolt that was going on there. And after that, he just wanted to rule Persia, and that's all he wanted. But then a few people persuaded him, and I've mentioned this in the previous video, that one of the people who persuaded him, or who attempted to persuade him at the very beginning of his reign, is Mardonius, his cousin. Mardonius wanted Persia to go to Europe, and Mardonius had his own personal reasons. Herodotus mentions that Mardonius had kind of fallen in love with Europe. He liked the land, the landscape, the climate. He liked the place, and he wanted to go back to Europe. And he was hoping, after Persia had gone to Europe and conquered the Greeks and other tribes there, Xerxes was going to make him a satrap, like a governor of that place. So that was Mardonius. Now, Mardonius makes this effort, but as you read, you realize that Mardonius alone could not have succeeded in persuading Xerxes to go to Europe to fight the Greeks in particular. It is the Greeks who kind of now changed his mind completely and made him interested in going to Europe. Herodotus tells us that after Xerxes had become the king, he received a message from the kings of the Thessalians, from Thessaly. That was like a Greek kingdom, and they told him they were ready to work with him, and they asked him to come to Europe and conquer other Greeks, and they were ready to offer him any help that he needed. So these are the Greek, some of the Greek kings sending messages to Xerxes when he's not interested in going to Europe, telling him, "Oh, we want you to come here, and we are going to help you to conquer these other Greeks, and we'll give you any help that you need." But another group of Greeks that persuaded Xerxes to go to Europe is the family of Pisistratus. I've mentioned this person. He was the tyrant of Athens, and he was removed. He left. No, he died. His son took over, Hippias, and Hippias ruled for a while, and then Hippias was removed from power and he escaped. He went and he joined the Persians and he became friends with the Persians. And I've told you that it's because of Persians showing support for Hippias that the Athenians decided to go and burn down Sardis, which was the capital of Persia to the west. Now, this family, Herodotus at this point doesn't mention whether Hippias was still alive, but he mentioned the family itself was living in Susa, and they went to Xerxes and told him, oh, we want you to go to Greece and attack, and also we want you to conquer Athens. And of course they were interested of being put back to power. Now this family did something. They had this oracle, a guy named as Onomacritus. Onomacritus used to be an oracle in Athens when this family was ruling, and they used to use him. Most likely it was propaganda, like he was used for propaganda, like he's the mouthpiece of the gods. And now maybe when these rulers want to make the Athenians do something, it's like they used to use him to pass a message and persuade the Athenians that the gods have said this, while in reality it is them who want to achieve certain goals. So they used this same oracle. When they left Athens, they left with this oracle. Although Herodotus tells us that this oracle at some point they had a disagreement, and in fact this family chased him away for a moment. They banished him, but later on they came together, especially after Hippias had been chased out of Athens. They came together and they became friends again. Now this family and this oracle were now living in Susa, and this family uses this oracle, and this oracle goes to Xerxes and passes the message that, like, it's gods who are expecting him to go to Greece and Athens in particular. In fact, to use the exact words, he says, it has been fated that a Persian should bridge the Hellespont and march an army from Asia into Greece. Yeah, so they use this oracle so many times to pass these messages to Xerxes until Xerxes believes it's not about him deciding whether he wants to go to Greece or not, or specifically to Athens, but it's the gods who wants him to do that. And who is telling him this is a Greek oracle being supported by a powerful Athenian family.